If you're in your house, you can dance too, Go ahead. Feeling good all the time. That's the key. If you're going to build this business, you got to feel good all the time. I wish I could see y'all on video.
What's up? What's up? Dave, Jason's here. What's up, my man? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the vibes. Guys, if you're on this call right now, I want you to jump in the chat box and show a massive amount of gratitude for the company, massive amount of gratitude for where you are right now, massive amount of gratitude for David and Alex and all the leaders for making time to be here tonight. Guys, the best way to motivate your team is not to motivate them, but educate them. That's how you get your team to move. That's how you get yourself to move. So, guys, let's show some love. Let's show some love. D.I., appreciate you, bro. Guys, invite. Send a link out. Promote this.
Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead. All right. Well, enough partying for now. We'll pick up the party here in a little bit. But super excited to be on this call with each and every one of you. I see the lines are packed out, over 1,500 people on this call here tonight. And this is a continuation of the Sunday night 7-figure, 8-figure mentorship call that we had. Incredible call. Got a lot of great feedback from people that they were able to learn a lot of information. They've already started to apply it into their business. So I'm super excited to be back on this call here with each and every one of you here tonight. Super pumped up. A lot of great things happening in all of iMarkets Live right now. A lot of great things happening in the industry of network marketing. A lot of things happening. A lot of great things happening for people that are learning how to trade, learning how to multiply money in the largest financial market in the world. I truly believe that we've got something really special here. So I've traveled around the world sharing this concept with people and just hearing all the testimonies that have come back from young people, wise people, black people, white people, green, yellow, purple, doesn't matter. All types of people from all different walks of life, men, women, even children, right, are pumped up, excited about what it is that this company has put together here. Super grateful for God, super grateful for Christopher Terry, Isis Vittori, Alex Morton, Yvonne and Monica Tapia, Jason Brown, Matt Rosa. Super grateful for each and every one of you that's on this call with each and every one of you that's on this call here tonight. We couldn't be the company that we are today if it wasn't for your contribution, for your hard work, your perseverance, going out there and taking it on the chin every single day. I remember 15 years ago getting involved in this industry and wanting it so bad, doing whatever it took, being at every meeting, giving presentations every day, prospecting 5, 10, 15, 20 people a day. Back then we didn't have the internet, right? We didn't build a business through social media. It was belly to belly, talking to people about the opportunities that we were in at that time. And that's what's allowed us to get to where it is that we are today. I wouldn't change anything in my journey. I wouldn't change all the failures that we had. I wouldn't change it. And now to see people not have to go through all that and reach high levels of success that we never even thought, we never even dreamt of reaching at 21, 22, 23 years old. Bryce Thompson, think about it, guys. Bryce Thompson here is a 23-year-old Chairman 100, and he is blown past Chairman 100. He's close to Chairman 250 at this point. It's ridiculous what's taking place right now in this company. So if you're part of IML, which I'm sure all of you that's on this call right now, this is the time to take your excitement level to a whole nother level. This is the time to take your exposure to a whole nother level. This is the time to take your expectation to a whole nother level. And I promise you, the explosion will come. I just gave you the 4 E's right there. You got to get excited. You got to expose more people to your opportunity. You got to expect great things to happen for you in your business. And I promise you, the explosion that you desire will absolutely be there in your business. So pumped up. I think if someone's on the back line, if they want to record the call, so people that are not on the call tonight, they can get the recording of it here This is a call that Jason Brown and Matt Rose have put together. They do it every single Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. It's exactly this, next wave of leaders. See, we're always in the business of attracting and developing leaders. That's what it's all about. And I'm more excited about developing leaders than just attracting leaders. I don't mind attracting people to the business, but I love when we can take someone that maybe hasn't had major success in the industry and help them develop, help them grow into great success. And I was on a call today with a friend of mine that I connected with, Gary McSwain, and we're working on something absolutely amazing. It's a goal that he wrote down years ago that he wanted to accomplish, and it's now here. It's put together. I'm so pumped up about it. All of the Caribbean, the entire world is going to be blessed by what it is that he's going to be doing here 2020. You're going to hear me talk about this a whole lot as we get closer to the end of this year. I'm going to talk a lot about 2020 vision. 2020 vision. When you're really focused, that's what you want to have. You want to have your eyes on 2020 right now. And I'm not talking about the year 2020, even though it's kind of like a play on words because we are going into 2020. But this is really about you getting a clear focus. And I'm going to do a quick recap and then continue where I was going on Sunday. You know, years ago, I told you I created this formula, the success formula. And this formula was really designed for me to see exactly what I did. What were the steps that I took that allowed me to get to where it is that I was at that particular time? And I realized through reading the books and listening to the tapes and following different coaches and mentors, I realized that success was the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. I also realized that success was a moving target. I realized that success was really about growth. It was really about developing the person that I was going to become. And the start of every achievement, everything you're going to be successful at, really started with the word desire. You know, that book, Think and Grow Rich. This is the first part of the formula, desire. He talks about it in that book, Think and Grow Rich. He said, this is the starting point of all achievements. Everything you're going to achieve in your life, you know, the income that you're going to earn, the wealth that you're going to create, the trading account that you're going to have, the champions that you're going to break in your organization. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all going to start with your level of desire. Now, I want you to write this down. Your desire, for it to be a desire, it has to be something that's clear, all right? It has to be very, very clear. As a matter of fact, it has to be so clear that you have it written down, okay? You have it written down. You have it in ink, ladies and gentlemen. Put it down in ink. Now, when something is clear, look at the last three letters. You got ear. And when something is clear, that means you can hear it, all right? It's not just about what you can see, even though that is important. You got to have a focus, all right? You got to have a focus. That's what a desire is. I'm focused. I'm looking. I've got 20/20 vision on what my goal is, ladies and gentlemen. 20/20 vision on what my goal is. You got to be able to see that thing all the time. You got to be able to hear that thing all the time. And you've got to be very specific as to what it is that you want. And when you write down your goals, you write it down as if it's already happened. All right? You write it down as if it's already happened. Okay? It's a very powerful saying. They basically act as though, speak those things as though they were. All right? You want to do that with your goals. So I'm so happy and grateful now. Right? I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn over $2 million per month. Okay? You've got to start speaking now. I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm so happy and grateful now. Because it's not necessarily the $2 million a month that you want or $50,000 a month that you want. It's the feeling of being happy and grateful for it. That's really what you want. It's the feeling that you want. It's not really the actual income. A lot of people think it's the income. Well, if you don't learn this, what's going to happen is even when you hit your goals, you're going to be frustrated because you're going to think about the next goal. Because remember, success is a moving target. So I learned that years ago. I remember, I'll never forget, I was going for a particular rank at a company, and that rank was $2 million a month in sales. Okay, $2 million a month in sales, and I'll never forget, I missed it by $40,000 in sales. And ladies and gentlemen, I was crying. Couldn't believe it. Now think about it. Now I made over $200 grand that month, and I was crying in my hotel room. I'll never forget, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. We had broken so many diamonds that month. People were earning $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 income. And I'm in my hotel room bawling my eyes out because my happiness was so tied to hitting that particular goal. And that's when I learned I've got to mature. It's not really about hitting the goal. It's about growing. The person that I have become that month really allowed me to be where it is that I am today. That lesson that I learned from missing that goal is what's allowed me to really understand that when I'm going for a particular goal, I don't stress about it. I don't worry about it. I write it down. I'm so happy and grateful now that this is what's going to happen. And time again, I've seen God come through and do exactly what it is that I said over and over and over and over again. So I don't stress about goals. I don't stress about income goals and where it is that we're going. I don't. I know for a fact that we'll be billionaires. I have no doubt in my mind about it. Because I've got it written down. I've got a check in my pocket for $1 billion. It's got to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't care how it's going to happen. It said that if you write the vision and you make it plain, all right, that it will come to pass. Even though it may take some time, it can't lie. It will definitely happen, all right? So desire, the whole purpose of this desire, ladies and gentlemen, the whole purpose of seeing it every day and hearing it every day is so you can get it down in your heart. Faith comes by hearing. So I want to get that desire down in my heart. I want to get it to where I can feel that I already have it. And once that happens, ladies and gentlemen, it's completely done. You're going to walk around with that peace, that joy, that happiness. You're not going to be stressed, worrying, I got to get it. Once I hear someone say, I got to get it done, that's when I know, okay, they haven't gotten it yet. Or when someone hits a goal and now it's okay about the next goal. And you got to appreciate where it is that you are right now in your life. You got to appreciate where it is that you're going as well. All right, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I talked about it on Sunday. Then we went into the skills, and I talked about recruiting. I said I'm going to teach you guys about the 3 R's, okay? So we talked about recruiting. How are you going to recruit, right? Piquing people's interest, showing the plan, 3-way calls. Is it a Zoom meeting that you're going to do? Is it a home meeting that you're going to do? Is it a one-on-one presentation that you're going to do? Is it a 2-on-1 presentation that you're going to do? You've got to figure out what are the methods, the method of operations, ladies and gentlemen. How are you going to show the plan? Is it an online presentation? You want to have a goal of how many people you're going to be prospecting every single day. You want to have a goal of how many presentations you're going to do on a weekly basis. I always teach people 4, 5, 6 nights a week. That's what you want to be doing. If you're really serious about building a large organization, 4, 5, 6 nights a week, that's the sweet spot right there. 5 and 6 nights a week, 5 and 6 nights a week. You got to be in somebody's home. You got to be in front of somebody sharing this information, guys. If you're really serious about going chairman, it's about consistency. Whether you're going to do it through Zoom, right? So powerful to have Zoom. You have Zoom here, incredible tool that you can actually use. I like belly-to-belly home meetings. When I started this business, guys, I was doing 2 home meetings a week. We're packing this place out, 100, 200, 300 people at a time coming to my home to hear about the opportunity. I was doing that twice a week. Okay, so you got to figure that out. I was doing 3, 4 Zooms per day. I would do blitz. I would do 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock opportunity presentations through Zoom. Why? Because I knew I had to expose people. I was excited, right? I'm still excited today. I was really excited about the opportunity. I knew I had to expose, and expect great things to happen. Expect the desire that I wrote down to be working for me, that principle to be working for me, and then boom, the explosion took place. Started breaking all these chairmen. And this year, we're going to have 200 brand new chairmen break just this year alone, right? On the call the other night, we had a young lady go chairman. Right on that call, she went chairman 10. Right on that call, Bryce texted me and said, man, she had a brand new chairman 10 break while the call was actually going on. So a lot of explosive things going on right now. So the next R, I already talked about recruiting, okay? The next R I'm going to give you is retention, okay? Retention. Now, I get phone calls about this. Oh, why you retain people in your business? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't try and retain people in my business. I don't. All right, what I do is I retain my leaders. All right, now retention, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to kind of choose another word. Retention to me is about relationship. Okay, relationship. See, if you have strong relationship with your leaders, ladies and gentlemen, the group, people are going to come and go. People are going to join every single day, and people are going to quit every single day. But what you want to make sure is that you have strong relationships with your leaders. All right, that's very, very critical. That is the secret sauce to your long-term success. And I see it all the time. People have challenges with their leaders and problems and this and that, or, you know, try to keep their leader down, or don't help their leaders, or, you know, guys, stop that. All right, your income, ladies and gentlemen, is a direct reflection on the relationship that you have with your leaders. Now, there are some things that you can do to retain people in your business. Let me kind of share that with you real quick. Number one tool that you can use to retain people in your business is personal self-development. Personal self-development. The number one network marketing company in the world today is Amway. They've been number one for a very, very long time. They do about $10 billion a year in sales. Amway, a lot of people would say Amway doesn't have the greatest compensation plan in the world. But what they do have is a strong culture of personal self-development, of personal growth. If you guys, because I can't see you, if you can hear me perfectly, type 777 in the chat real quick. I want to make sure you got everything's getting this right. Okay, good. All right. Personal self-development. That is the number one. You've got to make sure that your group is plugged into some sort of personal self-development. Ladies and gentlemen, they had something called the tape of the week. So they had people in their company constantly listening to their leaders. They didn't promote outside tapes or outside teachers. They promoted the leaders within the company. So now every single day, every single week, you have people, distributors, listening to leaders in that company. When you went and tried to recruit them, they looked at you like you were crazy. Remember, faith comes by hearing. So they kept hearing those voices of how they can win and how they can succeed in Amway. Ladies and gentlemen, so if you go to someone right now who's in Amway and they're making $50 a month, you can be making $50,000 a month. And you say, hey, listen, look what I'm doing. They'll look at you dead in your face and they'll tell you, that's fantastic for you. I'm happy where I am. And you're like, what do you mean? You're making $50 a month. You've been making $50 a month for 7 years. I just got involved in this company 6 months ago. I'm making 50 grand a month. And I promise you, they'll look at you just like this, say, congratulations, but I'm happy where I am. Why? You can't recruit them because they've got a strong level of personal self-development, ladies and gentlemen. Strong, okay? Personal self-development. So I recommend with your group, have a book of the month, have a CD of the month, okay? An organization I built, a lot of them listen to See, Believe, and Achieve. It's an audio that I did about 7, 8 years ago, okay? See, Believe, and Achieve. You've got to have that, whether it's Jim Rohn, Building Your Network Marketing Business, or Science of Getting Rich, or Think You Grow Rich, Magic of Believing, The Stranger's Secret. You got to have something every single month. When you start developing leaders, when you start growing people personally, they'll stay with you a little bit longer, okay? They'll stay with you a little bit longer. So personal self-development. Here's another one, the big events, okay? This is a great way to retain people in the business. The people that come to big events, ladies and gentlemen, like the one we have coming up in Dallas, Texas, the I Am Convention, ladies and gentlemen, we have people plugged into the major events. They don't quit. See, when they get there and they're surrounded by people that are winning and screaming and the yelling and the jumping and the music and the lights and all that stuff, right? They hear the stories, they get inspired, they get encouraged. They, you know what, I can do this. They stay in the business a little bit longer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not promoting the event, I promise you, a lot of those people that don't come, they probably won't be in the business in 90 days from now, 6 months from now. This is a tough business. So you got to be mostly charged up. You got to be hyped, really, to get this thing done. That's why you got to promote for this event. That's why you got to promote for the next event. We're planning major events in different markets all around the world for next year, right? We're going to have one in the Caribbean. We're going to have one in Europe. We're going to have one here in the United States. We're going to have one in Latin America. We're going to have one in Asia. I did a call today with Zane with his Asia group. See, guys, you've got to make sure that you're planning and building for the next major event. That's how you keep people in the business, ladies and gentlemen. So not just the big events, weekly meetings, that's another great retention tool that you have. Guess what? These calls that we do every Sunday, right? Every Sunday. See, if I were you, I would be saying, okay, listen, if I want to get 100 people to a major event, what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start focusing, how can I get 100 people on the 7-figure mentorship call? How can I get 100 people on the next wave mentorship call? How can I get 100 people on my own team call? See, ladies and gentlemen, you can't get 100 people to come and fly to a major event if you can't get 100 people on a leadership call. So what I teach my leaders is don't have a weekly call, because we already have that every Sunday and every Wednesday. what you do is you do a call maybe about 2-3 times a month, periodically. Maybe you do one at the beginning of the month, you want it in the middle of the month, you want it at the end of the month, right? 2-3 calls a month, so you can kind of gauge how, who's plugged in. I want to know who's really plugged in, who's retaining, all right, who's staying in the business, who's plugged in. That's the only way you can actually know that, all right? So I think Sunday we had over 3,000 people on the call, probably over 2,000 people on this call right now. So weekly meetings, conference calls, that's another way of retaining people in your business, ladies and gentlemen. But also remember, relationships, guys, relationships. So you got to do team building events, some things you can do. Have people over at your home, take them out to dinner, pay for dinner. Maybe you take them out to cheesecake, right? Pay for dinner. If you're Platinum 2000, take your Platinum 1000, Platinum 600s out, pay for dinner. Guys, I promise you, all that is going to help you retain people in your business, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so team building events, leadership events. That's another way of retaining people in your business. All right, now, another big way is to get people plugged into the services. Within that first 72 hours, you want to make sure they got their demo account open, their live account open. You want to make sure they're already in IML Academy. They watch the first 4 videos on basics. When we've seen people start utilizing the services, ladies and gentlemen, they stay in the business a little bit longer, all right? So these are all tools that you can use to retain people in your business, all right? Now, the last R is replicate, all right? Replicate. Replicate is another word for duplication, all right? Now, replicate for me is about developing other leaders, duplicating other leaders within your group, okay, within your organization. This is so very, very crucial. Now, another way to replicate, guess what? It comes back to personal self-development as well. All right, so there's certain things that I do to replicate leaders. I take those leaders and I get them out of the environment of the company. Maybe it's to a Tony Robbins event. Maybe it's to a Bob Proctor event. Maybe it's a training that I'm personally doing, okay? Because that's when I can really dive in. That's when they can really get this up here. See, guys, duplication is about this. Duplication is not about, how do you do a 3-way call or how you do a presentation. You may do a presentation different from how I do a presentation. Duplication for me, replication for me, is when you've now given your thought process and you've been able to transfer that to someone else. All right, you've been able to transfer that, and guess what? Now they're able to transfer that to someone else, and that person is able to transfer that to someone else. Somebody else has been transfer that to someone else. And now, before you know it, you got everybody thinking the same way. You got everybody believing the same way, right? And it's not from a place of manipulation. It's not from a place of controlling people. And let me explain the difference between motivation and manipulation. Manipulation is when I get you to do something that only benefits me. Motivation is when I can get you to do something that benefits all of us, okay? That benefits all of us. So you got to make sure as a leader that it's a fine line, but you got to make sure as a leader that your heart is always about what's best for that leader. How can I help this person get to their goals and their dreams? So a lot of times we do leadership retreats. That helps with replication. And because the organization is so big, I kind of do it separately now for different groups all around the world, and it's working perfectly. So the 3 R's, this is part of the skill, okay? So remember, the formula, let me kind of give that to you now. All right? The formula is desire, okay, plus skills, okay? And then times that by faith, and that equals success, okay? Now remember, you've got to be clear on what you believe success is for you today, but also know it's a moving target, okay? Now, those skills that we talked about, recruiting, retention, and replicate. Another, I can break it down another way, is prospecting, presenting, okay, and promoting, all right? Prospecting, getting people to hear about the opportunity, exposing people to your business, all right? And then presenting the information. How am I going to present it? Is it going to be through online presentation? Is it going to be through Zoom? Is it going to be belly to belly? What I recommend you do is start learning how to give the presentation yourself. I want you to develop as a person. I want you to just make money. I want you to develop as a leader. But also remember, the big P is promoting for major events. See, the art of edification, ladies and gentlemen, that's a skill. Edifying your uplines, edifying your success team, edifying the company, edifying our services, edifying the major events, all right? edifying the industry of network marketing, edifying the industry of Forex and cryptocurrency. You got to learn how to speak up about everything. Learn how to edify people that are not in your organization, people that are cross-line from you. Learn their stories. Start utilizing their stories. Mirror and match. If I'm talking to someone that's 23 years old, guess what? I'm probably going to talk to them about Bryce. Right? If I'm talking to someone that's married couple that's looking for success, I'm probably going to talk to them about Jeff and Angela. You just got to you got to match whoever it is that you're talking to. You got to learn that. It's an art. All right? That's a skill that you're going to have to learn. Now, here's the big one tonight. Faith. Now, this is so very, very critical. All right? A lot of people miss this one. All right? I wish I had, I'm sure my book is in here. All right? Because I've talked about this before, and a lot of times people miss it. No, it's not in there. All right? It's the self-confidence formula. Okay? The self-confidence formula, it's in the book Think and Grow Rich. Okay? You find it here in a second. It's in the book Think and Grow Rich. I want you to study that. I want you to study the self-confidence formula, because in that self-confidence formula, the chapter Faith has the self-confidence formula. And I want to read it to you, because you say, well, what does this have anything to do with faith? All right? Let me put this self-confidence formula. There you go. All right. So we got the formula. Everybody's straight on this, right? Desire. How do I get my desire into my heart? I got to see it every day. I got to hear it every day. I got to go experience what it is that I want. All right. Skill. Skill is through repetition, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's all it is. It's through repetition. Doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You do it over and over and over again, I promise you, you'll get the skill down. Okay? Now, faith. Now watch this. The self-confidence formula, step number 1, it says that I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Now, I'm going to break down this for you almost line by line so you can really get exactly what Napoleon Hill was trying to get us to understand. I know. See, it's not a guessing game. So, ladies and gentlemen, the self-confidence formula starts with you knowing. See, I know. All right? I knew I was going to be successful. There was no doubt in my mind. I knew. Even though I knew I was going to fail, even though I knew I was going to have ups and downs, I knew. And that's what you got to get yourself to. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. See, the object of your definite purpose is a clearly defined goal. That is the success. That is the desire. And you notice, desire is the starting point of all achievement. This is the achievement. This is the desire. But it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. The desire and success is the same thing. That's why it says begin with the end in mind. So I'm beginning with my desire. I'm so happy and grateful now. Now when I have it, guess what? That's the success that I've created. But it started with my desire. It started with me saying it over and over again. It started with me having the index cards. You go in my pocket right now, you got the index card. You got the check for $1 billion. Why do I do that? Because I've got to develop this self-confidence. I got to get myself to the point where I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. A lot of people don't even come close to understanding just that first line, because most people don't have their goals written down. Most people don't have a chief aim for their lives. My chief aim is positively impact the lives of 1 billion people with my voice and my appearance. So everywhere I go, my appearance is important. All right, my voice is important because I want to make an impact. I want to make a difference in someone else's life. All right, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. So, ladies and gentlemen, not only do you have to know that you're going to get there, you got to demand of yourself the discipline to do the work that's necessary, to do the persistent work. If I'm going to be persistent, that means there are going to be some roadblocks. See, I couldn't be persistent if there wasn't challenges. That's what makes me persistent. Right? And the true seed of faith is persistence. How do I really know you have faith? How do I really know you're a believer? How do I really know that you really want what it is that you say that you want? If you have persistence. So you have to demand this of yourself, that you're going to take continuous action. That's a key word, continuous. Some people take action. No. I want you to take continuous action, meaning that it goes on and on and on and on and on. You don't stop. So that's at 5-6 nights a week. That's that prospect 2 to 5 people a day. That's that being at every weekly meeting. That's being on IML TV. That's being on every major event. I'm continuously taking action towards its attainment. What's the attainment? The success, right? The definite chief aim, right? And I here now promise to render such action. See, success is about really promising yourself. I promised myself 15 years ago when I was sitting there in Las Vegas at my very first event, and Calvin Collins, he's gone to be with the Lord now. Calvin Collins is speaking, and it was maybe 1,000 people in the room. It was a breakout session. And guys, it was company back, the first company I was ever in. I was on a 15-passenger van. There was about 20 of us on a 15-passenger van. And 15 years ago, I'll never forget. I'll never, ever forget. I'm sitting there, and I'm crying. I'm just crying and crying and crying and crying. I'm sweating because I knew I found it. I knew I was going to be successful in this industry. I thought it was that company. I did. I'll tell you, I would kill you if you said I wasn't going to win in that company. I thought it was. But guess what? God had other plans, okay? So you got to promise to yourself that you're going to take this type of action. Now watch this, guys. Because all this formula, guys, is all right in here in the self-confidence formula. It says, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. That is so deep. That is so deep. Think about this. It says, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind. What are the dominating thoughts of your mind? Your desire. Your desire has to be the dominating thoughts of your mind. See, your mind is like a navigational system, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly how it works. It's a navigational system. You know, if I go on my phone and I say, okay, I want to go to Dallas. I want to drive to Dallas. I want to go to the Westin Hotel in Dallas, Texas, okay? Guess what? The navigational system is in my phone. It can take me there. It can direct me there. But what I have to do is I have to give it an instruction. I've got to give it a thought, right? And I can't change it. I can't change the address. That's what a lot of us do. We say, okay, this is what we want, and a challenge comes in, someone else gets on the road, and we say, well, maybe I shouldn't go to Dallas, maybe I should go to Frisco, or maybe I should go to Fort Worth, or maybe I should go to San Antonio. No. You've got to have that be the dominating thought of your mind and keep the address there, because look what it says. It says that it will eventually reproduce themselves into what? Physical action. See, look at that. The desire is the dominating thought of my mind, and then it now moves me into action. So when I see someone that's in inactivity, it's because they don't have a clearly defined, dominating thought that's driving them to go and take action. Y'all getting this? Type 555 in the chat if you're getting this. I want to make sure y'all getting this. Type 55555 in the chat if you're getting this. Tell us some good stuff. This is real good stuff. All right? I learned this stuff. This stuff works. Okay? This stuff works. Okay? This stuff really does work. Okay? I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. So now what I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm so happy and grateful now. It's going to now move me. It's going to do it. It's going to reproduce itself in physical action. And then watch this. And then gradually transform. See, guys, success is about transformation. The person you are today is not the person you're going to be 6 months from now. All right? You're gonna transform themselves into physical reality. So the way it works, ladies and gentlemen, and see, that's that gradually transform, that's where that faith comes into play. Because most of us want it to happen right now, right? We want it to happen right now, but some goals take a little bit of time. You know, if you want to make $1 million, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen like day one, right? It's not going to happen month one. People quit after month one, they make $1 million. No, it doesn't work like that. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. So it all starts with the mind. It all starts with desire. And then it moves into action, and then it shows up in your physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become. This is where mentorship is so powerful. Yeah, I could never, ever, I could never forget 2007. 2007, when I met someone that lived in this neighborhood, I was like, man, how did he do it? He lives in $1 million home. He drives a Bentley. He had a Hummer. He had a Maserati. I said, man, how did he do it? Right now, start to learn. Now today, you know how we roll, right? Right. So you gotta have that, guys. All right. You gotta have that. I would concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become. So you got to create an image in your mind of what are you going to look like 5 years from now? What are you going to look like 10 years from now? I know what I'm going to look like at 40. I know what I'm going to look like at 50. At 50? Oh, no. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be incredible. Right? You got to create that image in your mind. All right? I would concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. That's who you're going to. You're going to that clear mental picture of that person that you've designed in your mind, and they look a certain way, they dress a certain way, they walk a certain way, they smile a certain way, they talk to people a certain way, they drive this type of car, they live in this type of home. You've got it all detailed out. And that's why when those challenges come, you're like, no big deal, because you got a clear mental picture of where it is that you're going. Now watch this. I know that through the principle of auto-suggestion, what's auto-suggestion? Speaking to yourself. Any desire. I love that part. I absolutely love that part. All right? I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of retaining the object back of it. Let me explain that. I know that me speaking something over and over and over again, that whatever it is I'm speaking, whatever that desire is, and I persistently hold it in my mind, will eventually find a way for me to get there. Like, to become a billionaire. I keep speaking that, it's going to find a way for me to get there. Whether it's through network marketing, whether it's through traditional business, whether it's through investing, whether it's through trading, doesn't matter. It says it right here. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means. So there'll be some practical, the practical means is network marketing or trading or Forex or traditional business or franchising or, that's the practical means, all right, of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I would devote 10 minutes daily to demanding myself development self-confidence. Look at number 4. I've clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life. I've clearly written down. Remember we talked about that? We talked about you writing it down. Remember that? All right? You gotta look at that. You gotta have it written down. All right? I've clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I'll never stop trying until I shall develop sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Right. Now, number 5. Before I give you what number 5 is, I want you to understand that faith, okay, faith comes by hearing. All right, write this down. This is important. But faith works through love. Okay? Faith comes by hearing. All right? But faith works through love. All right? And for me, this is, you can have the mindset. Okay? You can have, you can know all the books, you can, but if you don't have love, okay, whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, believe that you received it and you shall have it. And when you stand praying, forgive. See, guys, if you have unforgiveness in your heart, then that means you don't have love. So your faith can't work. So I know people that understand this information, but they have unforgiveness in their heart, and they wonder why things don't work for them. You can have the mental side of this, you can have the mindset, but if you've got hate towards someone else, right? It says, how can someone say they love God, someone that they can't see, but then not love man, someone that they can see? Right? So faith works through love. Okay? That's what it works through. Now look at this. Number 5, it says, I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. So when I see people put things together or try, if it's not done with truth and justice, if it doesn't, watch this, therefore I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. So if you're doing something that doesn't benefit everybody, only benefits you, right? If you're engaging in cross-recruiting, if you don't know what that means you recruit somebody from somebody else's business, right? If you engage in those types of things, if you engage in lying about your business, lying about your income, lying about how much money you make trading, or lying about how much money you make building this business, if you engage in that, right? I see it all the time. People lie about their income. I'm like, you're going against the self-confidence formula. Right? It says right here, I fully realize that no wealth position can long endure unless built upon truth. You got to tell the truth. Remember that movie? What was that movie? Concussion. Will Smith. Tell the truth. Right? You got to tell the truth. Fool got here lying. Just straight up lying. Right? And I'm like, man, it can't work. Right? It can't work. Right? It's got to be built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all who it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because I have willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred. Stop hating. Okay? Envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity. Developing love for all humanity. Developing love for everybody in my group. No, that's not what it says. Oh, developing love for everybody in my company. No, that's not what it says. It says developing love for all humanity. So that means you love people that are not in your group. You treat them the same way. You love people that are not in your company. You treat them the same way. I can't tell you how many people I know, mentor, friends with that are not in this company. And I don't even want to recruit them. I have no desire to recruit them in IML. Zero. I help them with their business, help them, whatever it is that they need help with. Okay, and some help me too, right? So I would develop love for all humanity, all. Okay? Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I would cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. Let me read that one more time. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. So I look for people to serve you. Look to serve others, and guess what? It will be given back onto you. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism by developing love for all humanity. Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. That's how your faith is going to work. Okay? That's how your faith is going to work, ladies and gentlemen. This is so simple. It's so simple. You know what you do? You write down your goals. So happy and grateful now that I am. That's why we have the I Am Convention. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a Platinum 1000. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a Chairman 10. So happy and grateful now that I am a Chairman 500. Whatever it is. Whatever goal you have not hit yet, it's only because you haven't believed enough for it yet. You haven't written it down. You haven't spoken it. You haven't consistently done this over time. You haven't developed the faith for it. You haven't developed sufficient self-confidence for it. And the only way to develop sufficient self-confidence is through the principle of auto-suggestion. So every single day you got to be speaking this thing. Every single day you got to see it. Okay? The skill. Ladies and gentlemen, prospecting, presenting, and promoting. Every single day you got to be showing the plan. Every single day you got to be exposing the business. You got to do it with excitement. You got to do it with enthusiasm. Expose, expose, expose. All right? Show the plan. 5-6 nights a week. All right? You're really serious about this business? 5 to 6 nights a week. You got to get better. and exposing and presenting this opportunity. And then get those people in, get them out to major events, get them to the weekly meeting, get them involved in personal self-development, personal growth. All right? Develop faith. Faith comes by hearing, but it works through love. So whatever way you can help someone else out, especially someone that's not in your group, right? It's a great way to actually develop that power of faith to work for you. This is a formula I came up with about 11 years ago. What years? It's 2019? No, it wasn't 11 years ago. It was about 9 years ago. All right, and it's completely changed my life. I use it still to this day. It works every single time. All right, we've got a chance to do something really special. We got a major event coming up September 13th to the 15th. Keep promoting for that event. Come with your energy. Come with your love. Come with your enthusiasm. Come with your excitement. We're going to leave out of that event a completely different company going to 2020 vision. 2020 vision, guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you're very clear on where it is that you're going. The vision for this company is 1 million customers by the end of 2020. All right, we got a lot of work to do, but I believe we can get it done. We're going to need each and every one of you to actually take your belief system to another level, take your activity to a whole nother level, and I promise you the results that you're looking for will be there. I'm living proof. If I can do this, all right, I promise you, anybody on this line, you can do it too. All right, so I appreciate you guys. Jason, thank you for inviting me on the call here tonight. I always like to end my calls with a party, so we're going to celebrate this thing. If you're pumped up about the information you heard, type 777 in the chat. Let me find my song that we're going to close this thing out with, and we'll get rocking, all right? Put 777 in the chat if you are ready to rock and roll. It's not like we always see the place. Let's go! Like fire.